Hello everyone, welcome to TGIF, your weekly destination to unlock the latest every Friday. As in today's era, we all are experiencing the power of Microsoft 365 Copilot, which is enhancing the productivity for every single user on the planet. Now it's time to extend, and that's exactly where we are here to understand the dynamics between plugins and the graph connector, which is going to help us to extend the productivity scenarios for Microsoft 365 Copilot. And to talk more about this, let me invite my colleague Pallavi. Welcome to TGIF, Pallavi.
Thank you, Vishaka. My pleasure to be part of TGIF as a speaker.
Great. Pallavi, we spoke about plugins earlier. We spoke about the graph connectors earlier. I think today it's time because if someone wants to really choose that when to use what, and that's exactly where my first question is, how we should differentiate between plugin and the graph connectors.
That's a great question, Vishaka. I think this is something that we hear a lot from customers as well.
Right.
There are several factors on which customer need to consider, depending on the kind of integration that they want to build for users.
Got it.
Like for example, it could be the data structure. Like if it's a structured data, then probably we would like to go with plugins. If it's an unstructured, then we would want to go with the graph connector. There are other factors like the data freshness. For example, if I want something real time, I would want to go with plugins because of the kind of information, the way the data is fetched in real time in case of a plugin versus graph connector where the data is injected into the semantic index, and that is something that is available based on the user prompt. It only has to look into the semantic index, and then but the information is the freshness of the information depends on when the data was injected.
Got it.
So and there are many other factors as well. So that's something that really leads the way customer would want to identify which would be the best route for them.
Understood. I think that's very helpful. As you mentioned, semantic index. I think it will be great if you could explain that more for our audience.
Yeah, semantic index, we have been talking about that. So when we talk about the graph data, M365 relies on the everything that you do with the M365 applications and services. It's all stored. I mean, all available in graph data. So it's a a single gateway for APIs, all the APIs, all the applications and services that we host. Over that is what we have a semantic index, a fabric that connects these information and makes the information like people, document, people whom you collaborate, everything that you do as part leveraging the productivity application. It builds that relation like a web, and that's the kind of semantic indexing that is available, which makes this data search faster and in relation to the user and the kind of information that they're searching rather than just a keyword search.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear to us now. And I'm quite excited when you say the comparison, when you say the extensibility. We know that M365 itself is helping us on the productivity trail. Could you just show us some glimpse of the demo where we could actually see how does it work?
Sure, that makes sense because when we talk about graph connector, it's also important to see how the look and feel is all about, right? So what you see on the screen is the node script which injects data into the the semantic index, and once that is there, like once you have a graph connector, what I would like to highlight here is the search that you do in MS search. You can see the response here, that and the response that we get in the Copilot leveraging the graph connector is just the same.
Got it.
Right. So this is all about graph connector. Anything that you want to search across unstructured data, this is the way you can do that. And what is really important to note here is you are not able to write back to the system. Read and write capability, if that is something that the customer is looking for, then graph connector is not the choice for the customer. But if they are looking for something to write back, here is an example of the plugin where suppose to start with, I'll have to enable the plugin that is available for me. Once done, all I need to do is I'm just asking, please look up chai in Northwind inventory, and based on that, it understands that this is in getting this information, it has to leverage the plugin that is available, and you can see the kind of information that comes along with the adaptive card. So adaptive card is where you have take action capability, and when I click on take action, this is a show action button that comes in where I can update right there. So this is all about the adaptive card. We do have a web page and we can share that to the audience as well, where they can really design the adaptive cards that they can bring on, and this capability enables customers to write back to their external system while leveraging plugins. So this is one of the key differentiator as well. And one other thing that I would like to call out is, if you want to have some permission and compliance requirement at the plugin level, that's when at the integration level, in that case a plugin would be an option as well.
So I think this looks like truly an answer to our extensibility requirements when we are leveraging Microsoft 365 Copilot, Pallavi.
Exactly, that's right.
Great. I think thank you so much, Pallavi.
Thank you.
It's a privilege hosting you here.
My pleasure.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Bye bye.